The Regulating Act 1773 was enacted during the tenure of Prime Minister Lord North of Britain during the reign of King George III. The Act aimed at placing the affairs of the company on a solid, clear and decisive establishment. Cause 1. Company's territorial sovereignty and constitutional anomaly. The charter given to the company permitted it to conduct trade with India and other Asian territories through ships and establish trading centers with the approval of the native rulers of India and other Asian territories. In 1765, the employees of the company had acquired the right of collection of revenue in Bengal and some territories in India. It was a contradictory situation. 2. Double government and administrative confusion. The East India Company was a trading company. In no way was it allowed to get involved in the activity of acquiring territorial possessions, which granted it any political authority on foreign territories. In 1765, the company signed the Allahabad Treaty. The terms of the treaty had established the company as a de facto ruler of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa, and it emerged as a territorial power. As per British sensibility, it was only the crown that could acquire the territorial possession. The English people could not become the sovereigns when the crown was there. 3. Company servants turned English nabobs. Clive returned to England, loaded with wealth. The English people watched in amazement the spendthrift activities of Clive. Clive was not a singular case. The company servants, who derived a very low salary, returned to England filled with overflowing coffers. The wealth and extravagance of the company servants became a cause of jealousy for the English ruling class. The English politicians gave them the title of English nabobs in disdain. The English ruling class demanded the intervention of the government of Britain in the working of the company. 4. Administrative setup of the company in England. The administration of the company in England was conducted by two bodies. It was in the hands of the Court of Proprietors and the Court of Directors. As per the constitution of the company, there were 24 directors whom the Court of Proprietors elected. Those 24 directors looked after the regular administration of the company. Secondly, there were many hidden interests to shield the nefarious activities of the company servants who had worked for the interests of directors. Thirdly, the company servants, who returned with enormous wealth, made the scramble for votes and posts of directors a dirtier game by obtaining membership in the Court of Proprietors. Fourthly, the people involved in the politics of company administration in England were also active participants in the politics. It did not escape the notice of the government of Britain. 5. Financial difficulties of the company. By the Treaty of Allahabad, 1765, the company in India received the Diwani rights. Clive reported projected income added up to 56.5 lakhs. It dazzled the proprietors of the company, and the directors increased the dividend of the company to 12% by 1767. The renewal of the charter of the company was pending for some time. It attracted the attention of the government of Britain. The government decided to regulate the affairs of the company and brought in the Regulating Act of 1773. 6. Privilege of the company and public opinion. There was an issue of a conflict between the desire of the company to safeguard its privilege as a company constituted under the Directorial Charter and the strong public opinion which demanded to dismantle all such privileges. It became an issue of debate in the Parliament also. As a result, the government got the chance to regulate the affairs of the company by a fresh act. 7. Enquiry by the Parliament committees. The British Parliament deputed two committees, which submitted 18 reports in which many flaws were identified in the company's work. The government decided to introduce a bill to regulate the affairs of the company to resolve the issue. Lord North moved the bill in the Parliament on 18 May 1773. The bill was passed in both houses with a comfortable majority. The act which came into existence was called the Regulating Act of 1773.